Alright, here we go in round one. I actually think this deck might want to be on the draw. Um, yeah, I think I'm just going to go on the draw. Sometimes it's a little sketchy in the dark, but I this format's not all that aggressive. So I think you're less likely to play against the curve out aggro deck. And we're trying to assemble some combos here. I think we want the extra card. And we have a good number of ways of recovering life. Life linkers and marks and all that. So we have a lot of ways of getting back in the game. And this is a very good hand on the draw. It'd be fine on the play too. I don't think I'd ship this on the play either, but it looks particularly good on the draw. I would have killed for a cauldron. I wonder if he got the witch. So black, green. I think we passed that 1/3 sort of sack to extort guy, right? Early in pack one. The card plays very well in black green with like spore mounds and stuff. He might be that kind of deck. He might have the Bog Brew Witch. All right, so let's just swing. Trade seems acceptable here. That corpse hauler only gets better as the game goes on, and we'll drop the siphon sliver. If we draw a land, even though it feels a little weird putting it on a siphon sliver, we might mark up our siphon sliver just because we have Oromancer in hand. I could also put it on my dead. I sort of like just putting it on the siphon sliver. Geez, I should play around. I shouldn't have marked pre. Oh, God, I'm gonna play around the hunt pack. That was stupid. I should have just swung and held Doomblade up. It's just not worth walking into a hunt beast there. He didn't have a turn 4 play. Dropping Elixir is actually kind of bad against Mind Rod. I think I'm going to hold it. So he has no plays. Undead Minotaur. All right. So you could have like a giant growth here. I think we drop Elixir, but not the Swamp. Again, try to play around the Mind Rot. So second green, does that mean he's going to have a big creature? No, it's just a Child of Night. Okay. Oh, with Oromancer, we're still swinging right into that. Ooh, Liliana. Oh. I think we actually just hold back the dead in that case. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop Liliana here and plus it. It's not worth killing something there. He's, as it stands right now, he's got to sacrifice Child Knight just to damage the Liliana, and that leaves him with no blockers. Hunt the Weak. Alright, so that kills Liliana. And gains him some life. That's pretty good. Alright, so pacifism, not bad here. I think we just swing with both, pacify the child. Just want to keep the pressure on here, I think. Nightwing Shade. Alright. So I guess we're gonna trade Siphon Sliver for that. We'll send in the dead. We'll wait before we mark here, though. Ugh. Should have played around that a little bit better, maybe. The question is, do I want to discard Doomblade or Mark? I think it's probably Doomblade. Make him have something here. Like, make him have a green creature. Hopefully he doesn't have one. the upside to Oromancer is that we to discarding Mark is that we have 2 more Oromancers in the deck, but and we do also have a lot of time being at 42 life. Like, we don't hate playing for the long game and keeping Doomblade. And I think we mark up the Oromancer here. I guess we attack with the dead. In case he has a pump spell. We get in for an extra damage. We're going to play that swamp anyway. Giant spider. Alright, well, he can't double block. Oh, does he have another thing? Jeez. So, top deck warp? Hunt. Alright. I think with 2 Accords we still don't Elixir, although Elixir does improve our land, our draws quite a bit. But it's a top deck war, we're at 1,000,000 life. I think, well, I think now we're actually cashing in Elixir for a card. We can just, we have a bit of an engine going with the Tenacious Dead and the Elixir every couple turns. We can just bring it back if we draw Angelic Accord. Although if we draw Angelic Accord, we just have a trading post to make stuff. Make angels. So I guess we just hold these swamps. And I think we need a lot to go wrong here to lose this game. So if we blank on this draw, we're probably going to cash in the Elixir right away. Dark Favor, it doesn't do a whole lot here. We can put it on this guy and swing, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Let's just Elixir, cash it in. More swamps. I'll play one of them. And pass the turn. Alright, well there you go. That can win the game. And the scoops. Alright, so our opponent didn't play a single green creature. No, he played a giant spider. We're not cutting Doomblade though. Either way, what do we want to get in here. Is there anything particularly good we want to bring in? This is good against Hunt. This Pay No Heed. We didn't see any targets for Solemn Offering, though it certainly wouldn't surprise me if he had some. And there's just so much upside with the 2 Angelica chords. Even hitting our own thing isn't totally unreasonable, especially with Oromancers in the deck. I don't hate bringing in the other Sentinel here either. Maybe I just leave it as is. Screw it. Actually, you know what? The 0 mana equipment's not the worst there either. It could help protect from hunts. Just make good blockers for me, and you can cash it in with trading posts as well. But we're running so many auras that we couldn't cut a creature for it. Voltron. All right, we'll see what we draw. We obviously don't want to just move all in on a sliver here if we can avoid it, but there's that gnawing zombie. I really don't want to get hunted, but am I not going to drop my sliver here? I don't really have a great way of playing around that. I could just wait, I guess, and keep dead to block the knight. But hunting his knight on my dead is pretty good for him. His child of night. And we did see 2 of them, at least. It's possible I didn't actually want to drop dead on turn 1. I don't know about that. He will have certainly boarded into Naturalize if he didn't already have the main. Given what he saw, he'll if he has 3 of them, he might bring in 3. That's definitely something to consider when we make our plays. Well, that guy's kind of annoying. I think our opponent would have loved the Dark Prophecy in his deck. Elixir. All right, let's put it out. Pass. I don't really like an attack. I don't like suiting up the sliver here, particularly. Well, that's something that might be worth suiting up eventually, although that cockatrice is annoying. Mind rot, eh? Alright, not looking great. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, Jesus Christ. I F6 right through that. I was gonna mark up my sentinel there, but now I think I'm gonna wait. He's down to 1 card. That's good news. Ooh, Dark Prophecy. That might be a good one. Eventually. Alright, now we're marking up, I think. That gnawing zombie is pretty annoying, though. I could also Oromancer here. But I think I want to take this opportunity to gain that life. We are tapping out of Tenacious Dead, though, which turns on his attacks a little better if he has removal. I guess only if he has removal, though. Otherwise, like, attacking with stuff that's not Cockatrice into Sentinel might be weak. Ah, crap. The Doomblade. So this is a little bit rough. He gets a pretty good attack here. Then we trade off there. Jeez, could he have killed me with Blood Baron? He might have been no, never mind. I should have thought, though. I should have thought about it for a second. So we're a little constrained on mana here. We do have Elixir to gain us some life, which is good news. So let's see what we do here. We Oromancer? Can I Oromancer? I can't Oromancer and Elixir and keep my Tenacious Dead alive. So if he attacks, let's see. It sucks having to. It would suck having to Elixir before I Oromancer, though. Second white would have been nice. The Unstripe Paladin's pretty good on this board. We just have to be careful not to die this turn. So if I play Oromancer, I don't even have enough mana to cast Mark right away. And then what happens? I chump, or block, chump with Tenacious Dead, take 4, 5, 6, and dead to the gnawing zombie. So that doesn't do. I could lose the Tenacious Dead and Elixir. I guess the play is just Child Knight here. Or what about Child Knight Oromancer and ditch? Does that actually work? And lose my dead? No. I don't think that really works. We're unfortunately going to have to elixir here. I could have also thought about charging Griffin to trade off with the Cockatrice. That doesn't give me elixir though, so I just die. Block there. I guess I could have griffined. This is complicated. I'm better off just keeping time advantage. I might just lose this game. Because he can also stop me from gaining life off the Child Knight with the gnawing zombie. That does leave my Child Knight around though, which possibly isn't in his interest. So what if he attacks with just like Death Gaze and Blood Baron? What am I doing in that case? Am I just blocking with Tenacious Dead and holding, like, not elixiring, keeping Oromancer? I really don't know. I don't know how to approach this. It seems neither does my opponent. This is a pretty tricky board. Drawing into removal might be decent for us. And the other problem with Oromancering that turn is that, so I get back Mark, but I probably don't have a Mark target. Unless I draw something cheap. Or land. Well, I get some drawing cards off Dark Prophecy, though. Alright, well, I'm going to pause. Alright, looks like he's casting something. Hunt the Weak. Yeah, that's pretty good. We do get to draw a card. I don't know what we can draw here that's particularly good, though. Ooh, well, might be good in the future. So he does have to, if he attacks with the Blood Baron, he does have to sack something else. We're just elixir now. Oh, he's just gonna sack it. Alright, let's see. What can we draw here? What do we want to draw here? Are we currently dead to what he's got? Not quite. I can just play, like, right now, Charging Griffin's actually not horrible. Two guys die. That's two. I lose two. I survive, I think. Or do I not survive? This is tricky. So if I drop Charging Griffin, I block, he gets in for 3. Take 2, that's 5, he just kills me with a zombie. So I guess my only play is Trading Post. Is that good enough? Let's find out. I think it buys me a turn. Or 2. So we're going to discard Oromancer here. Ooh. Is that good? I mean, he can sack stuff. So that I don't gain life. I guess the play here is Charging Griffin. I think I ditched the land. Maybe it's Paladin, but I might want this next turn. Sorry, my dog was barking. Okay, so block. Gets in for 5, 7, gain 4. I just barely don't die. So I can't like block this guy instead and mark up my Griffin. So he's considering sacking maybe his Child of Night so that I don't draw a card. Oh, Doomblade's kind of reasonable. And pacifism. All right, so I think I'm going to ditch Dark Favor now. And I think we just pacify Doomblade. We may have found our way out of this game. If he can't do something crazy next turn, and we untap again with Trading Post, we probably climb our way out. Well, that's a problem. I wish I saved the pacifism now, I guess. I could have held off on pacifying that, I suppose. Well, actually, you know, next turn, what we can do, because we're gonna Doomblade the Spider. Now, if these zombies in response, we might have an opening to mark our Tenacious Dead. That might make sense. Because I think we just Doomblade now. Oh, he F6'd, or didn't want to use the zombie there. A second mark. All right, so well, I think we still do this because basically we're giving him the choice of letting us gain the 3, or he's got to sack his zombie or his Nightwing. I guess letting us gain 3 was fine for him. So I think we're just gonna mark again. I actually just take the 6, 7. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a goat. This is a little bit greedy, but I get to draw a card. Oromancer. Well, I think we just mark. Would have liked to land there, actually. Just Siphon Sliver, keep up Trading Post. I think I'm just going to discard Dawnstrike Paladin here. So he has to. He's gonna sack the zombie here, I guess. Not even. I'm not sure we're gonna actually discard here. Nope. So do I attack here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I guess not. I guess I could have dark favored by Tenacious Dead. Alright, we're gonna hold off until next turn. I guess time is finally becoming a factor. We have a lot of draws that just break this game open. For example. That should be game. That should be game. Yeah, I'll just keep going like this. Attacking with Tenacious Dead wasn't the worst idea there. He's gonna hunt here, I assume. If time wasn't a factor at all, I don't think this game is losable. But I guess it is a bit of a factor. Ooh. Give up? Yep. Woo! Sweet deck so far. I'll see you next round.